Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with a wrestling recap for you today. And today I'm talking about, tonight I'm talking about Wrestlemania 36, Night 2. It is currently roughly 11:30 p.m. Monday night, about a whole 24 hours after WrestleMania went off the air, and about roughly 2 weeks after it was filmed. I know this is a late video. Why am I getting this out so late? Well, kids, they're a bitch. Anyhow, the the whole thing said night two. The first night was really kind of awesome. Actually, had a lot of good stuff going for it. Let's see how WWE were able to wrap up the WrestleMania weekend. With no crowd. This is a little bit bright, isn't it? Kicked off with Stephanie McMahon in a different outfit, giving basically the exact same intro, and then the exact same opening package, hyping the show. And I didn't get to say this yesterday, but, excuse me, AC/DC should be the theme song for all WrestleManias. I don't know why we keep having to put up with shit like Flo Rida, and Pitbull. And there's perfectly good stuff like AC/DC, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, I mean, I don't give a shit if they busted out some fucking Black Sabbath for the theme song. I mean, anything's better than the kind of bubbly pop disco shit they do. Anyhow, that has nothing to do with anything else. The opening match. We kick things off with the NXT Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair, who won the Women's Royal Rumble, challenging Rhea Ripley, the NXT Women's Champ. The little storyline is here is Charlotte. She's won everything. She's done everything. And the whole bit is Rhea outclassed? Is she out of her league? Is she punching up? And I love the whole color scheme for Rhea Ripley. I love the bright blue and white color scheme. It was very baby face feeling, vibing, and also very complimentary to her figure and her her complexion. The that's spoil something out about Rhea Ripley now. I think she has a unique look and an awesome move set, and definitely memorable. Stands out. But I felt that she had lacked the charisma or the intensity, the charisma of Oscar or the intensity of Shayna Baszler. But, she really won me over last night. I have no critiques towards the girl now. I mean, just a valiant, babyface, heroic, lots of heart, and the performance, great performance from Rhea Ripley. Damn it. Gotta quit smoking. Anyhow. So, she hits the riptide early. Charlotte kicks out, rolls to the outside. She goes for the big boot on the apron. Charlotte hangs up, knee across the top rope. And the rest of the match is Charlotte working the leg, Rhea fighting back. Eventually, Charlotte does lock in the figure eight, and Rhea taps out. Now, Charlotte, 11-time women's champion. I'll point out, her name may be Flair, but she is not the Ric Flair version, or the ladies' Ric Flair. She's the ladies' John Cena. Just shoved down in your throat, one victory after the other, just told how great she is, told to cheer, just told to consume, and she's just not, she's not god-awful. She's not dog ugly. But, come on, she's not half of what they make her up to be. Next up is a weird affair. We got Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. Now, this is one of those situations where I really think that, the Boogie Woogie Flu doing its dance along the whole igloo. What the fuck am I saying? I just think that originally it was most likely supposed to be Aleister Black finish up his rivalry with Buddy Murphy, and Bobby Lashley finishing his rivalry with Rusev at WrestleMania. But you know what, this and that and this, and now it's these two. Um, and if you allow me to be a bit of a pig at this point, um, Lana, indeed, yes. Anyhow, yeah, there's not really much to this match. It's more interesting about how it came about because this match has no hype, no beef, no title. So it's basically an exhibition match at WrestleMania. And we don't really get those. It's title matches and grudge matches. That's what you get at WrestleMania. But this is just a filler match. The finish is Bobby Lashley goes for the Dominator. Lana gets on the apron, tells him, no, spear him. For some reason. Aleister Black, he drops Aleister Black. He turns around to go to spear him, and Aleister Black hits him with the Black Mass and pin him. It was a stupid match. It was a stupid, meaningless, nonsensical match to fill out time in a show that was long enough as it is. The 8 minutes they spent on this match could have been cut from the show. Next up is kind of a grudge match. Dolph Ziggler with Sonya Deville taking on Otis. And when Sonya Deville walked out, it was finally when I realized that I had booty on the brain while watching this show last night. And early this morning because I couldn't get my fucking thing to show. I didn't start watching WrestleMania until well after midnight last night because I had slow internet problems, man. I don't know what the fucking deal was. But, I watched the first half last night, and I caught the rest of it this morning, and that's another reason why I'm getting this so late out. Anyhow, the whole setup here, I'm set up on the wrong fucking gimmick here. The whole backstory to this match is Otis and Mandy Rose have had a bit of a courtship. Dolph Ziggler swooped in there and stole the whole, stole the nookie out from under his nose. And turned out Sonya Deville was behind the whole thing, misleading and giving Otis misinformation while using Mandy's cell phone, pretending to be her. Why? We don't really know yet. But the weird thing about this is Dolph Ziggler's been WWE for 15 years. He's a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion, and this was his first ever one-on-one match in WrestleMania history. Really weird. It's really, really odd. Just goes to show you what the world title means, doesn't it? So, there's really not to this match. There's Dolph Ziggler just hopping around, DDTing, super kicking, Otis using his strength, trying to fight back. Mandy Rose finally comes out. She slaps Sonya Deville. Ziggler calls this a distraction. And Sonya Deville low blows him. Then Mandy comes out, slaps Sonya. That distracts the referee. She's dealing with Sonya and Otis. Then Mandy low blows Dolph. Caterpillar elbow. Otis wins, and he walks off with his girlfriend. It's like the Chris Jericho feud from back in the day, but with a happy ending, I guess. Next up is the last man standing match, Edge versus Randy Orton. Now, after Edge returned from 9 years of retirement from a neck injury or from just having a fucking broken corpse of a body, he finally returned, gets cleared, he's back wrestling after the Royal Rumble, and he's instantly targeted and decimated by Randy Orton. Orton says, I did this for your family, I did this for your children, you don't need to do this anymore. And he attacks his wife, and eventually gets to this last man standing. Edge comes out first, waiting for Orton. Orton's music plays really long, and you see in Edge's eyes, just as he realizes something's wrong, boom! He's RKO'd out of nowhere. Randy Orton sneaks up behind him just as a cameraman, and they instantly start fighting to the back. It's a great bit early. Orton throws him into something, and looks at the ref and goes, is that a count? The referee starts counting. There seems to be a part early in the match, too, where Orton goes for an Irish whip and gives out this huge grunt. I could swear he hurt his shoulder. I always get concerned with Orton when it comes to his shoulder because he's had at least 3 serious injuries in his career where he had to take a lot of time off for shoulder injuries, man. A lot of innovative stuff here. At one point, Orton's on a chair, and Edge starts to do like this monkey bar swing on some exercise equipment. Does like a Rey Mysterio crotch face crossbody onto Orton. There's a part later where they're fighting in like a oh gosh, what are words? Basically, fighting in a conference room, and he starts climbing the light structure like, upside down, and like drops an elbow on the Orton like that. Crazy weird stuff. This match goes really long, over 35 minutes, and it gets kind of uncomfortable after a while, because after they kind of do stop all the spots, it kind of just really breaks down to Orton and Edge hitting each other with big things and throwing each other into big things. And almost poetic, in the way it unfolds. Very emotional. Edge at the end, Orton hits a RKO, doesn't keep him down. Edge hits a spear, stops the ref, hits concerto, and Orton finally stays down. Like I said, Edge tells the referee not to count before he hits the concerto. And, bad language in that part, too. Emotional, like he's literally fighting back the tears. He doesn't want to do this. And after the 10 count, Orton takes a concerto and someone out of his referee's counting down. I mean, like, literally, like he's a dying man. And then Edge hugs an Edge. I mean, it was so crafty and such a intricate and well played match. It bordered on pretentious. It really did. But it was something else to watch. It was a match I thought was brilliant and magnificent. But I really don't know if I could ever stomach seeing it again. It kind of reminded me too much like the Mandingo fight in Django Unchained. And I also gotta say, man, compared to Byron Saxton and what's his face, a dog shit commentary team compared to Cole and JBL. Cole and JBL should have been called the whole show. JBL was saying random stupid things, and Cole really trying to keep people hyped, trying to keep selling and building emotion and the prestige, reminding people this is WrestleMania. He did a great job. Michael Cole really stepped up his fucking game this weekend. But, those Raw guys, I mean, so much dead air. And it's just so much quiet. I mean, it's almost like they were falling asleep watching The Last Man Standing. After that, you get a bit of a funny bit. We run into Mojo Rawley again, still running. I guess, it's pre-recorded, and we know it's pre-recorded, but the whole thing is supposed to be the vibe of two nights. We're supposed to feel like pretend it's actually live. So, has Mojo Rawley literally been running around the back of the arena for 24 hours in the same fucking suit? So, the League of Jobbers chase him out to the ringside area. And these aren't even jobbers I recognize, man. They couldn't even afford, they couldn't even get the regular guys who are just trying to get some TV time, trying to get a WrestleMania moment in there to show up for this shit. Kronk jumps from the balcony, falls onto all dozen dudes or so, pins Mojo, and Kronk runs out of WrestleMania as the new 24/7 champion, with leaving Titus O'Neil to host the rest of the show. What is left. Next up is the Raw World Tag Team titles. The Street Profits defending against Austin Theory and Angel Garza with Zelina Vega in their corner. Austin Theory is replacing the U.S. champ Andrade Cien Almas, once again not telling us why the guy missed the show. And once again, this isn't a match with any build. Lots of big, flippy, jumpy stuff. These guys got a good 10 minutes or so to just have an exciting match. Montez hits a frog splash on Theory, and the Street Profits retain the titles. But after the match, which was really cool, is the heels trying to get their heat back, start beating down the Profits, and Bianca Belair runs out and helps them fight off, even up dropping Zelina Vega with her finisher. The real-life wife of Montez Ford. And she's standing there with the Profits after the segment. I would love to see them as a trio hook up, which would also be great to plant seeds in the future for a possible heel turn for Montez and Bianca on the Raw roster. Once society rises like a fucking phoenix, as I certainly hope it does. But moving on to positive things. Next up, we have the Fatal 5-Way Elimination match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley defending against Sasha Banks, Lacey Evans, Naomi, and Tamina Snuka. I gotta say once again, Michael Cole, and they drive me crazy. They're just ignoring. You can't say Charlotte Flair's victory over Bayley in October, her 4-day reign as women's champion, counts, but say that those days don't count. Just add them on to Bayley's. No, it's continuous. No, it's not continuous. She lost the title. Doesn't matter if she lost on a Sunday and went back on a Friday. It is a new reign. You start from 0. Anyhow, it just that's really bothers me. This match was a good match, even though it went a bit long, and I didn't like the booking for it. Right away, we got everybody just going hell for leather. We get this cool spot where the 3 members of formerly Team BAD, Team Bad, form and go for almost like a Wolfpack thing, and Tamina super kick Sasha. I had honestly forgot they were a team until that spot. I said, why? What's this? What's this? Oh, yeah, that was a thing once, wasn't it? All the girls come off the top rope, hit their finishers back to back to back, Big Show style, and all pin Tamina together. She's out. The 2 baby faces, Lacey and Naomi, try to work together, but Sasha and Bayley are working as a team. Banks' statement on Naomi. Naomi taps out, down to 3. And now I'm getting like, well, fuck. Lacey Evans is just, she's boring. I don't care about Lacey Evans. I just don't. I just cannot. I don't care. I don't care about her. She tries to fight off Valiant Babyface way, a miscommunication. Bayley accidentally puts a knee to Sasha's head. Bayley pushes Sasha out of the way of the women's right, then blocks the women's right herself, just for Sasha to get hit with another women's right and gets pinned by Sasha Banks. That's another thing. Her finisher is the right hand fist. And I hear, them smarks on what culture and shit bitch all the time about the Big Show is using the right hand. Lacey Evans she's a large woman. She's a soldier. I'm sure she can throw a right hand. But the Big Show getting hit with a right hand fist by the Big Show is like getting fucking hit in the face with a medicine ball. Just the sheer size of it makes it devastating. It's a believable move from the Big Show because of his size, not because of what the move is. Everyone can make a powerbomb and a diamond cutter look awesome, or a figure 4 because they are. But you gotta be a specific kind of physicality to look like you could beat a person with a punch to the jaw. Anyhow, Mike Tyson could do it, but that shit's real. Anyhow. Oh, and the finish is, Sasha's eliminated. Down to Lacey and Bayley. Lacey looks like she has it won. Sasha comes in, causes distraction. Bayley hits her stupid, shelf-level knee drop to the head thing, and gets the pin. Lacey is eliminated. She's a champ. Celebration, whatever. Next up is a Firefly Funhouse match. So, 6 years ago, John Cena supposedly buried Bray Wyatt. Despite Bray Wyatt continuing to get push after push, victories over guys like Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. I guess none of that mattered. You know what I mean? It was this match. That was the only match he was supposed to win. Oh, and by the way, he did have a couple of world title wins in the run there, didn't he? This is a stupid... Oh, look. It's stupid. It's stupid. The Firefly Funhouse match was just silly. I enjoyed it, but it was bad. John Cena walks out to the ring just to be teleported to the Firefly Funhouse. He walks around for weird dimension after weird dimension, talking to puppet after puppet, McMahon puppet. He runs into different segments with Bray Wyatt where he can't control his own body. First, he's in his rookie mood. Actual cartoon noises when he's doing missing punches. Then it's like, him and Bray Wyatt is like they're Hogan and Beefcake promoting No Holds Barred. He's Hollywood. Cena becomes Hollywood Hogan at one point, and eventually Cena fights out of it, overcomes, regains control of his senses, tries to fight back, gets hit with Sister Abigail, attacked by the Fiend, Mandible Claw, and Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt counts 3 while the Fiend has John Cena pinned. It's insane. It's unique. I've never seen anything like it before, but there's one thing it is not. It's not wrestling. It's not a match. Where's the fucking violence? Where's the brawling? Where's the fighting? I honestly feel this match was interesting. It was weird. I enjoyed it. I laughed my ass off at a lot of it. But I think they could have... Well, that's the thing. Shaved. The last man standing match didn't need to go nearly 40 minutes. And this match could have gone at least another 5 or 6 minutes. Just leave it, especially if that would have meant we would have gotten actually fighting. I think the finger poke of doom was more of a match, or just as much of a match as this was. This was not a wrestling match. And if you think that this is the same as Bray Wyatt, this is the same as Bray Wyatt getting his win back over John Cena, well, that's just silly. And even though, John Cena put up with this shit. John Cena got squashed as the world champion by a part-timer a few years back. I'm so sick. Can we be done with hearing about John Cena not putting guys over? John Cena may have buried guys. Sure, lots of stars bury guys. But there's a difference between a guy, someone who buries a guy and a guy who just won't work with a guy. Guys like Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin, as great as they were, there were more fuckers on the roster that they were unwilling to work with than they were willing to work with at the time of their eras on top. Okay, main event time, and this shouldn't be long. Drew McIntyre, the 2020 Royal Rumble winner, challenges Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Whole storyline here is Brock Lesnar had big balls walking into the Royal Rumble. Walking in as WWE Champion, figured he'd either challenge for the Universal title or just sit out WrestleMania if he won. He set the record, broke the record, it eliminated most people, and then one quick bro kick to the face later, he is out of the Rumble. Drew McIntyre challenges him, and the whole storyline is can Drew McIntyre redeem himself after everything he went through in his career, being handpicked by Vince McMahon, and then becoming a comedy jobber, heel, and then becoming an indie darling. Can he finally achieve what 5-6 years ago was unthinkable? So this is the match. Bell rings. Brock Lesnar hits an F5. 1 count. McIntyre kicks out. A second F5. 2 count. McIntyre kicks out. And by the way, these aren't near falls. Barely a 1. Kick out. Barely 2. Kick out. A third F5. McIntyre kicks out. Then 1, 2, 3 Claymore kicks in a row. Lesnar can barely get to his feet. He can't get to his feet. He gets to one knee. And unlike, stuff like the curb stomp or the spear where he turns around into it, McIntyre's over there in the corner. Look at me, Brock. Look at me. Storms over. Lesnar just looks him right in the eye. Storms over. 4th Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3. New WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It was kind of a great moment, really. He devastated Brock Lesnar, almost a passing of the torch. He is the new Brock Lesnar. He Lesnared Lesnar. It's such a shame he didn't get to share this moment with the fans, but there's this really touching moment. We're sitting there on the mat, on one knee on the mat, holding the WWE Championship, looks right into the camera, reaches a hand out and says, "Thank you." Oh, that was touching. That was great. It's a wonderful moment. And WrestleMania goes off the air with Drew McIntyre holding the WWE Championship high as the new champion. As you can see behind him in the background, fucking Byron Saxton and his stale piece of toast of a partner sitting on their lazy asses, not doing nothing. Look, this man just won the WWE Championship. He beat Brock Lesnar. This is the main event at WrestleMania. There's not 80,000 fans there to show their appreciation. So maybe you two assholes should stand up and clap for the fucking champ. That was just a nitpick for me. Anyhow, I really had a good time watching WrestleMania. This weekend it was a pleasant departure from the what fucketry of our current era. Hope y'all enjoy this video. Hope y'all look forward to my next videos. I'm Jake Davis. All things will pass, and I'll catch you on the fly.